All right, guys, Accountability Angel here. It's around 3:30 on February 9th, 2021. We are attempting to go back in the Criminal Justice Center where the LaSalle County Sheriffs Office is located to get 4 FOIA request forms picked up and turned in, and also to confront them because the Chief Judge's Secretary informed me that there absolutely is not an order from the Chief Judge banning filming here. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Can I come in today? Or are you going to violate my rights?
Sure, you can come in today, but you gotta leave your phone on your car.
Why?
Every day.
I just was at the downtown courthouse and I spoke with the Chief Judge's Secretary like y'all told me to, right? She told me there is absolutely not an order. And if you guys refuse to let me in, I'd like you to call her and confirm that you are indeed wrong. And I blame your sheriff 100%, but right behind him, you guys are to blame. I also need to speak with the highest ranking member here, and I need 4 FOIA request forms, which I'd like to go get myself because per my Fourth Amendment right, I can do that.
Okay, well, you can have your FOIA requests in person if you leave your phone on the side of the...
I'm allowed to film here. You said to check with the Chief Judge. I checked there like I was told to.
I guess...
You guys are violating my rights,
I
Jim.
never told you that, but I guess if you want...
Donna was there. I have her on film telling me to, you know. The hair looks nice too.
I guess then what you need to do is you need to get her to send us a...
No, you're violating my right. Please just get me the highest ranking member here and my 4 FOIA request forms. Now, what are you going to do to me if I don't listen to you and I go through this, Jim?
I'll get you the 4 FOIA.
Get Templeton if he's here.
I'll see if he's available.
Good.
I don't know if he's here, actually.
I hope he comes out. I haven't seen him since I was one of his college students. I'm very disappointed in him.
Who's that?
Sheriff Templeton.
Oh.
Very disappointed. Now, what are you going to do to me if I don't listen to you when I walk through there?
Well, you can't come with the phone. We've already
What are you
told
going to do to me, though? By law, you cannot touch me because that would be assault by you, Jim.
Well, like I said, you can't bring your phone in here, as we've explained in the past.
But why? Why? There's no judge's order. There's no lawful reason for you to tramp on my Fourth Amendment rights and also my First Amendment rights. And if you threaten me with arrest for going through there anyway, then that would be what? The 14th Amendment. That would violate that, wouldn't it? Because you're trying to make something unlawful that is completely protected.
If you aren't happy to seek an attorney and...
I don't need to say, well, actually, I'm not even going to say all that. You guys are going down. But the thing is, Jim, when you took that oath, you were supposed to mean it. It wasn't supposed to just be whatever you can say to become a cop. Right? Right? When you took that oath, did you know that you would have a sheriff asking you to do the wrong thing?
I just follow what the rules are.
But who else did that, Jim? Come on. I just follow the rules. I just do what they asked me to do. Who did that?
I follow the rules. Not what they asked
How many
me to do,
people
I follow
died
the
because of
rules.
people following rules? A lot. A lot, right? We both know that. And you're being a part of it right now.
Yeah.
Now, if you felt there was no chance of any sort of retaliation by your sheriff, your undersheriff, or anybody above you, would you violate my rights right now like you are or not?
Angela,
Would you do the right thing?
There's a policy that your phone has to stay on that side of the metal detector. And
But
that's
your
what that-
policy is unconstitutional, Jim. Right, Donna?
And if that's unconstitutional, you have every right to seek an attorney and tell us something.
Oh, yeah, I know. It costs the taxpayers a shit ton of money. Even if I lose, it would cost them a lot of money. And you know I won't lose because it's all on video. And like I said, your guys' qualified immunity is shot. You should stand up to your sheriff, just like I made a video calling it out the other day, that he should post another memo so that if you guys don't violate my rights, that you guys feel safe in not doing so and won't have retaliation. Right? Is that what you're afraid of? You're afraid to come to work every day when somebody sits there and tries to get you to do the wrong thing and you don't?
Angel, I've been a cop way too long for that. So to be worried about something like that.
Then what are you doing? You know it's unlawful, Jim, don't you?
Well,
Tell me the truth, for real.
there's rules to follow.
No, there's-
and that's a rule that...
You took an
has
oath to the
been-
Constitution of
that's
the
been in
United States.
place. Yeah. I'm just telling
How many
the
years have
rules.
you been a police officer, sir?
Too many years.
Too many?
Yep.
Why don't one of you call down there and ask them?
Call down where?
The chief judge's office. You guys are blaming them. I've heard them be blamed countless times, and then we're still here doing the same thing over and over again.
Well,
So what will you do? By law, what can you do to me if I walk past this?
well, you are.
Because I'm trying to let you check me, and you won't.
You are more than welcome to come past.
Oh, hi,
it,
Wendy.
but without a phone,
Without a phone, why?
because that's what
They just said down at the chief judge's office that it's not true. It's completely false. I got it on video.
Okay.
And it shouldn't have to be, because you guys should not be doing anything unconstitutional and then blaming somebody at a whole different courthouse for doing so.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, you guys hear this? They're yet again, even when I went down there and did everything they told me to, they're again violating my rights. Can I have,
A pen?
thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I also get 3 complaint forms, please?
Can we stay here? Or you want me to go?
Which one of you is going to tackle me when I go through there? You laugh about it, but if you touch me, you're going to be in big trouble. That's the problem. I think it's comical too that you guys are supposed to be the ones to be the most honest here.
Where do you want to go down?
I'm supposed to be the liar and the one breaking the law, right? Not you. You guys are sworn police officers. Come on.
Up to you. You need 3 complaint forms. How many complaint forms?
How about 5?
5 complaint forms.
I'm sure I'll need some in the future. And I also need the highest ranking member
I
here.
did go look for any of my ranking officers, and unfortunately, we have, just a regular deputy on the desk, so he wouldn't outrank me, and,
You
the
don't
other
have a
officers were not in their offices.
you don't have a lieutenant or anything here?
No lieutenant, his door was shut completely. I went
No,
this
so-
way.
Could you call them on the radio saying that you guys are violating somebody's rights and that they're requesting a supervisor? I don't understand why you guys won't take initiative and call down there. Is it because when you hear it on the phone, you don't want to be the one to confront Templeton, saying, hey, they said there is no order? Is that why? Is that a yes or a no? This is shameful, guys. Tell me to get a lawyer. They're going to freaking hate when I come here.
CD. It has to be CD. On the jail or stuff here?
From here and also from a phone call from my cell phone to here for
From
speaking
here
with
and
Lieutenant
phone
Wolford.
call. So everything has to be on a CD? Yes. Everything has to be on a CD.
All right. Is that by law or just your policy?
Is that by law or is that by policy? That you get them on CDs and not a memory stick?
What'd
Did you
you
hear
say?
that?
No, I didn't.
The request was made, and they're not responsible, have to buy anything special to give it. They're just required to give it to you in a form that they are capable of giving it, which is on a CD.
Okay. Good to know. Now, am I allowed? I know you're going to hate this. Now, if I decide I don't want to spend $5 in nickels on that CD, I'm allowed to come here and review it without actually bringing it home with me. Is that correct? Because I'm pretty sure that is correct. And then you definitely would have to let me in, wouldn't you? That lady's not pissed.
If she doesn't want a copy of it and she just wants to review it here, is she allowed to do that?
Okay, what she, the record she sees, is that captured at the sheriff's office, or is it the jail?
The sheriff's office?
Sheriff's office.
Okay, because I don't know what record she's looking for. What record in particular?
What record are you looking for?
It's going to be for, it's what I'm filling out now, is video footage from your upstairs hallway and the day that they allowed a lawyer to continue to harass me.
Now, the upstairs.
Nothing from, according to the law, nothing judicial is FOIA.
According to the law, these are judicial cameras. There is nothing that is foilable.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that the same lady that told me I couldn't turn them in anonymously and she was
She
wrong?
is the Freedom of Information request person.
Yeah, she was the one that was wrong last time.
So,
So at the jail, I can request the cameras, but here I can't. But you guys allow somebody to taunt me, Jim. I was taunted for about half an hour by some lawyer upstairs, and they wouldn't do anything about it.
I wasn't here.
Trying to intimidate me out of the complaint process.
I wasn't here, Angels. I have no clue what you're talking about, so I wasn't here at that point.
Well,
But the cameras that are out here, they're covering at the judicial, and evidently those are not foilable.
that's okay. I'm going to turn it in anyway, and if they're not foiable, they'll let me know that.
Right.
And if they're wrong or lying, then
You
they're
can go
going to
to
have a
Attorney General's
problem.
office.
Yeah, they're going to have an issue. Perfect. Gotta put you to work, man. You're violating my rights, Jim. I've been nice enough not to complain on you literally up until this date. And we've seen each other a lot of times, but I feel like, honestly, I have no choice because you continue to violate my rights because there's nothing that comes of
I
it.
understand that
You
you
know.
have to complain about me, and that's your prerogative.
You gotta
and-
do what you gotta do.
Right.
And I'm definitely I will file one on Templeton for every frickin' time, for real.
Okay. I get it.
Actually, I don't know how many. Can I get another 5 complaint forms?
5 complaints.
Yeah, they're not all for you, don't worry. They're actually all for Sheriff Templeton. All right, guys. I gotta finish filling this out. I'm gonna pause it. This lady over there hates me. Have to do what in the morning, did she say?
It has to go to a different person. So
Have you ever played the telephone game, Jim? Because that's what's going on here. She's telling you through that window, and then you have to come over here to me. And God knows whether you're able to give me the correct info or you heard her right or not. But because you guys are violating my First and Fourth Amendment rights,
Angel, the
I
thing
can't
is,
be over
The
there.
paperwork that you're going to fill out is the request of what you're asking for. So you're going to put the date, the time, who you talked to, when the phone call was. It doesn't matter what the information. She's going to give it to the person who needs to have the information. They'll get the information to you.
I know, but what I was saying was, remember that telephone game where you hear something from one person, then you pass it on? That's exactly what's going on here because you guys won't allow me in.
Well, okay.
Why doesn't the FOIA lady come out here and ask me herself? It's a bad day to forget my tripod, Jim.
Yeah. I'm trying to get your answers for you, Angel.
But you're not. You won't even call down there. You won't even call the AG. You won't call anybody to make it right, Jim. You won't step up to your sheriff. Have you asked your sheriff or the undersheriff, like, hey, is this unlawful? Is what we're doing unconstitutional? Because I'm not going to stand for it because I took an oath and I honor that oath. And I honor this person's rights and everybody that walks through that door's rights. You know? Sometimes you just got to grow up here and go for it. I would like copies of those right now because they have had an issue. They told me before that they had to like send it to me later on, but I've run into the issue where the woman forgot and then later on had to send it.
Okay.
So I'd like to just go ahead and get them right now just so there's no issue.
Okay. I will. Does she have copies? Or does she get a
As I was telling Jim, I'm going to begin filing complaints for every single time Sheriff Templeton allowed them to do this, and also for the individual officers that have done it. Right, Wendy? Jim, I hate to tell you, but I have one more for you.
One more. What?
Yeah, I figured to go for it, right?
Okay. I'll have to get a search. She'll have to come back and get it for the copy.
Now, what are you going to do if I walk through this? I'd really like to know. Are you going to threaten me with assault if I choose to?
I'm not threatening you with anything.
So you're telling me right now that you will not put hands on me if I walk through this?
I'm telling you that you can't come in here with your phone. So your phone can stay on that side of the room. You can come through and do what you're...
Why, though, when there is no order?
Well,
That's like you arresting somebody for smoking pot now when it's completely legal, right?
I guess.
Do you smoke pot? You should.
Really? I don't know about that, but
Hey, well, you need something. You need something to lighten you up when you work at this place, right? Must be rough, violate people's rights all day. I am going to do all these complaints, but since there's so many, Sheriff Templeton's going to get about 12 of them on himself all at once.
okay.
Now, is the highest ranking member here yet or no? There's got to be somebody that's not just a deputy, or they could call somebody in.
I need one more too.
Thanks, Wendy. Everybody remember Whiny Wendy from that video, right?
I believe all that's at the desk right now is a deputy. There isn't a ranking officer there.
Are you guys like higher than a deputy, or are you like equal?
I'm not anything as far as that. So I'm court security. There's something different.
I gotcha. I wasn't sure exactly how it worked.
They have a different position than we do.
Jim, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're lucky I have to go home to my girls, or I would risk it.
You'd risk
Just
it?
in case, because I know you guys are ballsy enough to try to charge me with something that's not a crime. And I don't think you're ballsy enough to put hands on me, because I think you want your house enough, right? But I could be wrong. I thought Sheriff Templeton was better than this. You know that? I truly did. When you guys first did this, I was like, man, this guy's going to be amazed to see what these people are doing. But you know what? He's a freaking ringleader. No wonder he told us in class. I had him in multiple different classes. But he told us in the beginning of every class at the start of the year or semester, he'd say, I do not want to be video recorded. I'm not giving you my permission, blah, 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 even though we're in a public college. Weird how it's all playing out to this, right? Do you think Sheriff Templeton is a narcissist? We both know you do. We both know it. What's never quit mean? Are you sure? My mom has a little thermometer, and it always tells you you're 80-something degrees
Yeah, really?
every time. Have you gotten your Rona shot?
I have not.
No? Are you going to?
If ever gets offered, probably.
Aren't you an essential employee? I'm getting mine this week.
That's good.
Oh, I don't want to.
No?
Just for my parents' happiness. I'd rather them just feel comfortable. They've been terrified all along. How do you feel about the face diapers? Do you think they actually protect people?
Who?
The face diapers. That thing on your nose.
I hope they do. I don't know. Again, it's a rule, so I follow the rules.
How do you feel about the kids not being in school full time for the ones that aren't? It messes with them. It's rough, isn't it? You have grandkids yet or no?
I'm not that old.
That's what I was saying. I couldn't. You
Holy
never know.
cow.
Hey, I know people in their early 30s that got grandkids.
I wish I
You
was
never
that young. I'm
know.
not that young either.
Donna's cute little butt have grandkids, don't she? And she don't look that old. Now, are they ever gonna call somebody?
I think they did. Nobody's here besides the deputy. So
Where are they at? You know what's weird? It is a Tuesday before closing, because it's almost 4 now. It's a Tuesday, and down at the other courthouse and here, nobody seems to be around. Why is that? Is there some sort of sheriff's office holiday we need to know about?
you have to ask them.
Can I speak with the deputy? What's his name?
I have no clue. I don't know who's at the desk.
Yeah, can I speak? Oh, man, I hope you guys caught that. That lady is that blonde lady? She's the FOIA lady with the glasses?
I didn't see her, so I don't know.
Oh, well, she looks pissed. I don't think she likes me. Yeah, I want the deputy if you guys aren't going to give me anybody above him.
You want the deputy?
Yeah, I want to question him about this unconstitutional behavior and just let him know. So can I request to you, Jim, that you speak with your sheriff about this issue?
Did I speak with him?
Yeah.
he's not here, I can't speak to him. So
Tomorrow, the next day, next week. Are you gonna confront him and say, hey, why are we doing this when there's nothing? There's nothing lawful. You guys, like I said, even if I weren't to win a lawsuit, which I would, I'm sure, because it's all on video, like, why are we costing the LaSalle County taxpayers that? I don't get it. People work hard for their money, and the government always takes it, but, you know, we want to make sure we're able to pay for people actually protecting us and doing the lawful things that they should be doing, not this. We've tied up hours, Jim. You should have seen me sitting there just going over the videos when I made a snippet of all the clips. It's been ridiculous. Oh, he doesn't have stripes, does he?
no, that was the person who was working the desk.
Well, you guys aren't going to get him for me?
Well, he just walked out the door.
But didn't I ask for somebody a long time ago?
I hate to say it, but probably a deputy's not in high enough rank for you to get your answers. That's the problem. So
The problem is neither was the undersheriff and neither was the sheriff. This whole place is corrupt, Jim, and you know it. And I think you probably know a little more about what Sheriff Templeton's doing than you're letting on. And he should be proud of his former students looking into these things, right, Tom? Didn't you want us to do the right thing? That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. So are you not going to get anybody or what? I'm very confused.
if it's in regards to the fact of the policy, is that what you're looking for?
The fact of my rights continuously being violated in this freaking building.
I think you need to speak to somebody that's higher than a deputy.
Well, it's okay. I still need to speak to him, too. I try to speak to somebody higher than a deputy, but apparently they're not at work before 4 p.m.
She would like to have somebody come on and talk to you as a deputy or above that's in uniform. Somebody's here?
Oh, that's okay, honey. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'm sure there's got to be somebody on duty. I mean, it is a law enforcement agency, right? Somebody's on duty.
Well, you heard me ask, so.
Oh my God, Jim. This is awful. Do you believe it's wrong for your sheriff to make a memo which the memo is kind of back and forth, but do you think it's wrong for him to request that you guys violate people's rights while on duty, acting under the color of law?
Angel, I think you need to ask that question to somebody that's higher up than me.
I've tried, Jim, but you're the one that's doing it. You're actively doing it every time. You know, and maybe you should look into it saying, hey, my boss is telling me to do this, that, and the other, but these people did not make an order down there. Chief Judge Ryan did not make an order. His secretary said it herself. You can see it on my Accountability Angel page later. I'll put it on tonight just for you to hear it right from her mouth.
Okay.
Okay, and I hope you listen to it, and then I hope you really look into it. Because, what the hell, what are we doing here? You know?
Okay.
I don't understand. So are they refusing to get me a superior or any actual, like, deputy?
I think a deputy's not gonna be able to answer that question. I think you need to have somebody that's got higher rank than that. So if that's your question in regards to this situation, I think you need to speak to someone that's higher than a deputy.
Okay, Jim, well, how about I do not wish to disclose my questions and or concerns that I want to speak with the deputies, so I would like to have one without having to disclose to multiple other people before I see him or her.
They're gonna try to call Malcolm Red, and nobody here is a head authority right now. They're gonna try to call the afternoon shift supervisor,
Okay.
so that you can lock up and go, because you can be locked up
Right.
before.
So they are calling in somebody?
They are.
Oh, wait, are you going to get overtime for this?
I work till 4:30,
Okay.
so I gotta lock up this door, so.
Bring in the sergeant and the corporal, because
Okay.
nobody's here.
Is it your birthday, Wendy?
All lucky today.
Okay.
Is it not your birthday, Wendy? Happy birthday. Was it her birthday?
I have no
She
clue.
didn't want me to know. I was just telling somebody last night, she seems like somebody that might like to tip it back. We'd probably be homies if I met her drunk in a bar bathroom. Not sober though, she's not very friendly. So how long is it gonna take this person?
I have no
That's
clue.
my real question.
I have no clue.
They don't give an estimated time?
It's a completely different department than what I work for.
When can I come here and, actually have somebody of rank on duty?
I would suggest you come tomorrow during the day.
I can't.
Oh,
That's why I came now.
oh. Then what I would suggest you do is make a phone call to the sheriff's department and ask for an appointment on, who you want to meet with.
Now, when I make my appointment, I can come in the building with my film rolling, right? Because my camera's allowed anywhere where I'm allowed to be in public, which means coming through this thing. And you understand, though, that I am allowed, if you're sitting there trying to assault me, I'm allowed to put hands on you back, right? Not that I would or wouldn't, but just so we understand each other, right? By law, since it would be an unlawful arrest or something of that nature, or even an unlawful,
Well, hopefully we'll never get to that situation, Angel.
Jim, I think we will. I'm telling
Hopefully we
you.
won't.
Little old Donna, I'm not even gonna go up against her, because I feel terrible, you know.
Well, I'm
She's
leaving
just
her
a-
here next time then.
Oh,
You're-
well, don't count on it, though. Don't count on it. You see me lose my shit, I just might. So, when is this person coming? Do you really
I have
not
no
know?
clue. Yep, I have no clue, I'm sorry.
620
Could you have them call them and see?
They already called them, so
Mary 620
the county hit is a very large county. I have no clue where they're coming from. So,
So what happens if one of the deputies right now went out and put hands, like hit some black guy or whatever during a traffic stop, or even a white guy or whoever, did that and they're requesting a supervisor? How would they handle that? Who would they call?
Angel, you're talking about the wrong department. I'm court security, I'm not a deputy. On that side of it, I'm not a uniformed deputy.
But you are employed by the sheriff's office, and you
That's
do
court
have a
security.
gun right there, right?
That's court security.
Yeah.
So I secure the courts. I don't secure the roads.
5446
But-
Your phone call tomorrow is to somebody in the sheriff's department telling them who you want to talk to.
Sheriff Templeton won't say anything back. I've emailed him, right, Tom? I don't know if I've even tried to call him or not, because it gets nowhere.
That's all I can tell you.
Do you believe, hypothetically,
I'm
not
not
talking about
answering that.
anybody, hypothetically,
Hypothetically, as a
do you believe that somebody should be raising the minds of future police officers, lawyers, whatever, field they want to go into, even if they go to McDonald's after? Do you think they should be growing these minds of young adults that are in college when they're at their job? Maybe the person would be a sheriff or somebody, I don't know. But do you think it's wrong for them to be teaching these minds when they're doing all this unlawful behavior anyway?
what you need to do is you need to call the sheriff's office tomorrow and set up an appointment with somebody who's got rank when you're available, when they're available. That's all I can say right now.
So, if his unlawful memo or whatever was not posted to you, which I've read it, I requested it, but would you be doing this right now, Jim?
You need to contact the sheriff's department tomorrow and set up an appointment with somebody with rank to get your answer.
Can I ask, is it illegal for me to walk through this thing if you tell me not to because you're violating my rights? Is it illegal for me to do that? And if so, what would the charge be?
The policy is you're not allowed to bring your phone
But a
past this metal detector. And that's
Well,
all
there's
I'm
a
saying.
policy, you gotta, have your boobs in a bra or something, but you know what? It's not the law, right? I mean, you may or may not have that policy, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure. And I think you need to call somebody that's got rank and talk to that person in regards to what you're asking for.
Do you live in LaSalle County, Jim?
I'm not
Is that
saying
yeah?
that.
That's a yes. Probably live right here in freaking Ottawa.
I'm not
Probably live in
answering.
Peru. Are you my neighbor?
It could be.
Could be. Could be. I got some nice neighbors. So, are you okay with your being a LaSalle County taxpayer, are you okay with paying your money towards these tyrannical behaviors just because they didn't want to stop? I mean, that lady that I spoke with, the assistant for the Judge Ryan, she was firm with it. She told me right away there was no order. Okay. There was no order. And I want you to look into it. I want you to speak with your sheriff. Say, hey, what are we doing? Are you going to have the gonads enough to do such a thing, Jim?
Angel, you need to speak to someone higher than my position.
Jim,
for your answers.
can I ask you, do you think when officers of any level, rank, anything, when they do these types of things and violate people's rights, do you think it puts other people, say Donna or random guy 40 miles away, do you think it puts other law enforcement in danger? It does, because what happens when people hate cops or hate a specific cop and then they all of a sudden hate all cops, right?
Unfortunately, I think that happens now.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't happen here. I know plenty of great cops, and you know what? Even in this building, I have my own opinion on every single one of you. Yours, I think you just, honestly, I don't know how to say it, grow a pair. For real. I don't know what else.
Come on.
No, you're lucky I haven't been worse. All right, Jim. Well, you know what? I actually don't have the time to wait around for God knows how long when this deputy comes. So I am leaving today.
Okay.
But can you confirm, though, that under the color of law, you are refusing to allow me into this building past this point because I am filming, right?
I'm not letting you pass the metal detector because of the fact that you have a camera and it's against our policy.
And you do understand that the policy does not go above and beyond the Constitution of the United States, right?
I understand that if you have every right to seek an attorney and follow the procedures of a student, that's what you're looking for.
Have you, I didn't want to, dude. I didn't want to do that at all. That's why I've tried so hard to do it the right way. Every time I come here for paperwork, it's a freaking problem. Every time. I cannot even put an anonymous FOIA without them arguing with me for 40 minutes saying that they're right and I'm wrong, when guess what? They were wrong.
Right. You're arguing with other departments. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just.
Oh, it's your old FOIA lady, which causes problems here.
Right.
But all right, Jim, you take care of yourself.
You too.
I'm disappointed in you for violating my rights again. I'm more
Sorry you
disappointed.
think that.
Very disappointed in Sheriff Templeton. Okay, very disappointed, Tom, because you're making him do the wrong thing or encouraging him to do the wrong thing. Same with Donna, same with Wolford, same with everybody. Whiny Wendy, probably. When you're supposed to be growing young minds, Tom, and helping them to become good future police officers in whatever field they want to go in. All right, Sheriff Templeton, so take a look at Jim. You let him know that it's all your fault that you're requesting that he does these illegal behaviors, and it's all his fault that he's continuing to do so. Have a good day, Jim.
You too. Have a good day.
Is your gun setting it off?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. More tyrannical behavior. More terrible issues. We're locking it up. Run, Forrest. See him. All right, guys. Well, I got a whole bunch of complaints to file on Sheriff Templeton and his guys, because I have no choice but to start filing them on Jim and Donna and anybody here, because nothing is happening in this sense. So, all right, guys, we'll see what comes next. Bye.